All right, well, it's on the dot, 6:30 a.m. here in London. So happy to be joining this call today and launching what will be the very first pilot here in the UAE. I'm just delighted that I'm based here in London, and yet we're running this incredible program somewhere quite far away in UAE, in Dubai. And this is the very first pilot that hopefully will offer opportunities for many other students moving forward to also trial a program like this. So as some of you know, I'm the founder of Teens in AI. We have launched Teens in AI back in 2018 at the United Nations AI for Good Global Summit. And the mission has always been to improve diversity and inclusion in artificial intelligence, because when it comes to diversity, we have less than 20% of women in tech, and when it comes to AI, there are less than 13% of female researchers in AI. And so we desperately need to do something about it, and it's not only about women, but it's also diversity of all spectrums that really matters to us. And in UAE and in the Middle East, we definitely want to hear more voices from the Arab world, from the Middle East, to participate in the conversations related to AI. And really, with AI shaping the world and every single industry, it is time to involve the young generation in these conversations and debates, because ultimately you will be the ones to drive that future. You will be the ones to innovate, and the economy of UAE, the economy of the Middle East and the world really depends on your ability to reinvent how we think, how we act, and what should be done. And so this time we're offering a really challenging topic for you to dive into. It's climate change.
My name is Marwa Shaybani, and I'm here today because I work as a project manager in the capacity building team in the AI office, which is under the leadership of the first minister in the world in artificial intelligence. And in my job, I work with talent. I work with talent on a daily basis, and I realize the importance of embracing it to achieve the national strategy. So capacity building is one of the enablers for the national strategy, and the national strategy for the UAE is to make it as to allow the UAE to become one of the leading nations in artificial intelligence around the globe. So talent, ladies and gentlemen, is something I'm willing to bet that each and every one of you has. But there's another trait that I'm sure all of you have, which is courage. And courage is a trait in leaders. I say that because I see you put yourself out there. You're allowing your work to be criticized. You're allowing yourself to grow as people and as a team. So I congratulate you for having talent and courage. Artificial intelligence is not new. It's been around for over a century, but it is most definitely the future, because it's a combination of great ideas, technical knowledge, persistence, and hard work.
Being able to see the students apply the skills that they learn in school into a bigger real-world problem like the Sustainable Development Goals is something really powerful and great to see. My favourite aspect is the teamwork and them coming together as they would in the design industry and seeing their different roles and how they're an integral part of the overall puzzle. So, I mean, the students this year have learned within the hackathon a lot about AI and lots of different skills of coding that I really look forward to seeing them bring into their Key Stage 3 curriculum next year. And I look forward to seeing their application of that in all the competitions that we enter as a school.
I think one of the really exciting things yesterday was when they got the talk from all the professionals in the field, most of whom were women, and it was really exciting to see so many powerful and successful women in the field to act as role models to all our pupils. My favourite thing about the hackathon is that it has exposed pupils to inspirational women in the field, which raises their aspirations and helps inspire the next generation of leaders in AI.
It's been an amazing event. It's been an opportunity for our students to collaborate, to critically analyse and to come up solutions with world problems. The Sustainable Development Goals are right at the key of the practice that we want our children to have exposure to. So it's been an amazing event. The students have benefited greatly. You know, they're looking for solutions to real world problems. My favourite aspect of the hackathon is watching these young minds work together to find solutions and collaborate and become the real leaders of change. and a great idea comes in the form of reducing fuel consumption, a problem this Earth needs to navigate.
The hackathon that I experienced this afternoon was amazing, and I've just left feeling incredibly positive and refreshed by the sheer energy and output of young people working together. Without doubt, students benefit from an experience like this as an alternative to the traditional education that they experience in their classrooms in a formal, timetabled way. I just enjoyed watching and listening to young people who've been cooperating together intensely for a couple of days, sharing their ideas, and that gives you great hope and faith in the futures that they can create.
Our product is a drone that can transport plastic from the ocean, and some of the challenges we faced as a team were the time constraints because we only had like 1.5 days to do it. The hackathon helped me a lot with my communication skills, but also my presentation skills, because I found the workshop this morning with the pitch very helpful. This experience has potentially shaped my future because I have learned a lot and also has helped me get a head start into my career.
So our product it's a robot that can plant trees in the desert, and it drops seeds into the sand. That's what our idea is. It drops the seeds into the sand and it puts water, just enough water for them to grow, but not enough to waste that much water. I learned how to work cooperatively in a group very well. I learned how to agree with others without having any arguments. I think that it will benefit the UAE in the way that it will help kids be inspired to become programmers in the future.
Well, everybody knows that climate change is a huge problem for our world, but many people still don't care about it. So what our product did, it encouraged people to recycle more, and instead of just disposing of their waste in landfills or polluting the ocean, we encourage them to recycle as much as they can by finding them suitable places to do so at their convenience and offering them incentives. Personally, I managed to gain an understanding of how different perspectives can shape a problem into a solution, and how one solution may not be the best, but several ideas can combine to make the best solution. I think what I most enjoyed was the chance to work as a team, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic. We never had to work as a team again, and now we're working as a team and we're doing amazing. It will encourage people to recycle more than they normally do, and it will encourage community spirit in terms of climate change.
So one of the challenges we had to face was climate action, and for us our solution involves trying to make people's cars more efficient by seeing how much fuel they use over a certain amount of miles and if that is within the parameters of the manufacturer. One thing I didn't know before was how to program an AI chatbot, which I found very interesting, and I also learned about the business canvas model, which is used primarily to help make sure people get our message more clearly from our solution. What I most enjoyed was being able to partner with people again after such a long time because of COVID, and being able to work together as a team to find a solution to a problem.
We're delighted to be here on the second and final day of the Teens in AI Hackathon. Students have been working all out for the past 2 days in intensive workshops, and we are excited to see what they've come up with. They're going to present right now to our esteemed panel of international judges. So let's take a look.